They call you out for stuff that they are guilty of. Payback is a B. So that's the title. Hi everyone, welcome to Roses Are Red. It's very early, so that's the reason I sound this way. But I'm gonna get straight into this energy because I feel like there's someone you're dealing with that this one I don't feel like you're fully aware of what they're doing. I don't feel like you fully understand the strategy that they're using to suck you in. And I'm going to be very clear. It's a strategy, okay? It's not coincidence. It's not by accident. This person is calling you out on things that they do. They do things purposely to call you out for later. It's a whole game that they're playing. And as long as you're dealing with it, you're still part of this game. That's all they want from you is for you to go along with them and assume that there's something wrong with them. There's judge them in some way, like they have some mental issues, but it's all a game. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay. It says, "Be silent, oh, all for he is raised up out of his holy habitation." So this could have been something that maybe you were aware of it. You were just being quiet about it, just waiting for the right moment to receive your confirmation that this person is literally playing games. I feel like they're the type of person who you could look straight in the eye and nothing changes about their physical appearance. They can lie like they were born to do it, okay? There's I feel like there's so much trauma that this person is dealing with that they don't even recognize that they're lying, really. They feel like it's just a way of life. This is how they survive. It's a technique that they use, and they're grateful that they're able to do it because they've been getting away with it for so long. It says, "For his anger endureth but a moment, and his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning." Yeah, so this person's going to be taken care of swiftly. And I also feel like they may have split personalities or multiple personalities because it seems like it comes and goes. So for a moment, they may be lying, and then the next moment, they're completely honest about everything. So it's like they're trying to confess to you, like they'll commit some sort of a sin with you by lying, because that's what I'm feeling like. It's really the dishonesty that's the issue. And then they'll come back and, they'll confess about their life and their childhood and growing up and how it's so hard for them and yada yada. But then they'll come right back with more lies because it's a cycle. It's a game that they're playing. And confessing their sins is part of that game because they want to keep hooking you in and lower your defenses. Once you forgive them, then it's like, well, at least you're being honest about it. Because I feel like it's not really what they're doing. It's the fact that they're lying about it. So they have to do something to cause some sort of offense. It could have something to do with the way they grew up. It's like they don't feel like they deserve your attention unless they're conniving and sneaky about it. It says, "Because of the sins he had committed, doing evil in the eyes of the Lord and walking in the ways of," I don't know what that word is because I've cut these pages, but I'm going to assume it says Jerusalem. That's just the beauty of this divination process. But yeah, I feel like it's something about the sins of their parents, possibly because of the sins he had committed, doing evil in the eyes of the Lord. But also it's because of their own sins, which is why this thing that's is about to happen to them is happening. So that may be actually the reason why you clicked on this video, because you're noticing some changes in this person. It's them basically paying the wages for their sin. So they could be sick. They could have gotten some type of a sickness. I don't know. They're showing symptoms and signs of paying justice for the sins that they've caused in other people's lives, because they have a lot of people looking up to them. Okay, this is Genesis, and God made lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. I feel like this is commenting on the fact that this person is a star. This person is high up. Many people are watching this person, and they're leading many people astray because of the way they've handled it. They've decided to follow the darkness. And God is saying that he made the dark and the light, and that both are good. So whatever they're doing, they're successful because they're doing it. And now they don't have a choice. They've already chosen their path. For some reason, they just couldn't get down with the light or up with the light. It wasn't feasible. Maybe they have a day job. I don't know what the deal is, but they decided to work for Satan at night and just realized that all needs bow at some point. If you understand, they did it for the money and it's working for them. It says, and they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. So somebody's going to be collecting this person up like cans. Also, I feel like this person could have been homeless, and that's why they chose this lifestyle, because they felt like they really didn't have a choice. Just like collecting cans, aluminum and tin and all these others, because at some point it's going to be valuable to them. So maybe they felt like they were appealing to people of the dark and it didn't matter, because there's a lot of negativity this person is fostering. And they felt like they were calling back the souls of the darkness. But they didn't realize that whoever they're contacting, you could be one of these people they're contacting. You're not of the dark. Just because the lights go down at some point, you're not of the dark. You're working for God in the midst of darkness. That's what I'm feeling. But also, I'm feeling go easy on this person, because they were in a real hard spot when they chose to do this. 9 of grains. Yeah, it's like just from this first card, I'm seeing 9 of grains, 9 of pentacles. It's like they're never really going to make it to 10 of pentacles. And I don't know if the 10 of pentacles is going to come out. But that's just what I'm going off of. Maybe that's how they felt. They were never going to make it. And this is all that was available to them. This was their only option. Because I definitely see them making some sort of a deal with the devil. Even though this is Sheba and Solomon. Sheba was from a different race. Queen Sheba. A different religion. And, but Solomon was okay with that. In any case, I feel like this person, he could have felt like in order to get through this gate, in order to get into this new kingdom of heaven or kingdom of glory, they had to sell their souls in some way. Because that's what it looks like. It looks like they sold their souls. And now they're kind of working in a bounded situation. Not necessarily slave, because they are getting paid. They're working and they're getting paid for it. But it's like they can never fully reach their potential because they have to keep stooping to these low levels. You have Ace of Candles, 971. Moses and the burning bush. I do feel like there is hope for this energy. If this is something you're going through, or you're dealing with someone who you're just noticing, because I feel like this is definitely a cross-watching type of energy. I feel like they're going to be okay, because I'm looking at the burning bush like it's not exactly hell. They are in fire, and they are around fire, but I don't feel like they're going to be burned. God could be using them as a prophet. Maybe there's something going on. Like they're very close to being evil, but they haven't exactly touched the fire. Or maybe they're thinking about it. Okay, King of Grains here. Yeah, they are definitely reaching some type of pinnacle. I feel like it's whatever they set their hearts to. Because King of Grains is even higher than 10 of Grains. Yeah, this person is alright. Again, I don't know if this is you or whoever you're dealing with. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more cards for this energy. Yeah, I feel like it's really important not to judge this person too quickly. Let me see. I'm just going to go and get my cards. Kind of move my camera around, so I'm not really sure I'm going to be grabbing all these cards, but let's see. Because I'm very curious about this energy. Payback is a B. Something from you. Maybe that's why you're invested in their demise or whatever ends up happening to them, because they've already made it clear that they are not willing to pay you back. But I feel like payback is a B because it's not going to be by choice. It's like almost like the government's going to step in and take a portion or percentage of their money. But let's get with these cards. Okay. It says, okay, so let's look at these clues. My dad was Josiah. This is all biblical, so I'm going to skip over the biblical stuff. I cut down a false god's altar. Okay, so this seems like someone who could be working for you. I met an angel under an oak tree. I threshed wheat and wine press. So this kind of reminds me of Seven of Grain. So somebody could have been working beside you, or maybe you were working beside this person, like a coworker or something, and they might have took credit for something. I asked for several signs. Okay, so this is a person who's asking for signs that everything's going to be okay. Maybe you're in that same boat asking for signs that things are going to work out with this individual, that they're going to pay what they said they're going to pay, or you're going to get your payment in some way. But it's the fact that they're calling you out, because it seems like they're trying to throw you under the bus or keep pushing things on you that they're the ones that's actually doing. They want you to be the bad guy, or they feel like you aren't able to speak up for yourself and defend yourself. I definitely feel like you're aware of what this person is doing. Ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. Maybe you don't want to put it out there that you want to be paid. Okay, let me get this whole, let's see, maybe I back up a little bit. It seems like you don't want to let this person know that they owe you. That's what I'm getting. Or you just want to be nice about it, because after all, they are falsely accusing you of being the bad guy. So I don't feel like there's any actual malice here when it comes to your personality. And it's like they're forcing you to be the bad guy, maybe by your own standards, by putting your hand out or demanding some sort of reparations for what they've done. But it's going to come. It's coming, definitely coming. And you're asking within your spirit, whether you said it out loud or not, your spirit is asking for this repayment, and that's what's coming. So you have David here. A boy named David volunteered to fight Goliath. When they got to battle, David whirled a stone in his sling and flung it at the giant. The stone hit Goliath so hard that he fell to the ground. So that is the story of David and Goliath. You could be being used to take down this bully. You could be someone who, maybe you have a channel, or maybe you have a position in a company that's sort of under this person. What is that? I just feel like this constant radiation. Like, is that a car? It's just like someone's just got this loud motor just running. Okay. So, yeah, you could be someone who maybe you just entered a company and now you're going to be used to take this person down. And I feel like it's because they assaulted you and offended you. Maybe not necessarily assault, but definitely offended you and insulted you in some way that was just beyond forgiveness. They insulted your spirit. And this is what I'm getting. Like, they said something to you with their eyes and with their souls, but they did something with their physical person to basically deny what they were doing with their spirit. Like, it's a crime against your spirit is what they did. The boy who sought the Lord. And look, we were just talking about this guy who took down an altar. That's what came up here. It says, yeah, I cut down false gods' altars. And this is Gideon. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Gideon is being seen in Judges. So I definitely feel like this person's judgment is coming. The number 14 could be significant. If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, this person is still sort of in God's grace. Well, definitely. They're definitely in God's grace right now, but it's like only if they repent and turn from their wicked ways. Because this burning bush, like, that's what I'm seeing. This burning bush is looking at me like they're really close to hellfire. But right now, they're still being considered a prophet. There's still like hope for them to pay up and do what they said they were going to do, because they said that they were working for God. They said that they were a child of God, and that's what they believed. They followed Jesus and all of that stuff. They came out and said all of this stuff to you. But now that's not what they're showing. They're showing that they're following the money, that they're going where the money is, and the money can go anywhere. There's good money, there's evil money, and they're just like, oh well, this is where the money's at. That's why I'm doing this, because of the money. But when you follow God, you make sacrifices. And I feel like this person feels like they've made sacrifices already, and enough is enough. Like, they've really turned away from God, but they're still pretending that, it's a godly thing. But you might even see like their nose turn up whenever you say something about Jesus or angels. Even the word angel triggers them in some way because they're dark. Yeah, I feel like you definitely could be someone who's an evangelist. And that's what I'm getting from someone being in the dark, but they're still working for the light. And that's how it is. When you work for the light, you have to go in dark places. God says, don't hide your candle. Don't hide your flame. Go where people can see you. And that's the darkness. When you go into the darkness, your light shines the brightest. Sometimes when you're around other people shining, it's like, okay, well, then you get flooded out. Yeah, now there's more light and more light, but it's the darkness that needs you the most. And this person was sick of it. They were sick of shining. They were getting upset at people who actually needed them. They didn't like sharing their good positive energy, which is odd because usually that's exactly the type of energy you want to share when you have a good heart. It says moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and truly and fully support you. Yeah, this definitely feels like it's coming something from possibly a work environment. Like, there were two jobs here happening. Something you did to pay the bills and something you did out of your passion. And I don't feel like those two are mixing for this person. Like, they made a choice to follow whatever was paying the bills. And so their passion is getting left in the background. But I feel like what you're doing is supporting your passion and following your passion through thick and thin, whether there's money in it or not, and believing and having faith that it's going to pay off. And that's what this reading is about. It's paying off in a very major way, because now you're realizing that there's things you had to do to really gain access to this success that this other person hasn't done. I feel like this could have been someone you were following at some point or looking up to, like a leader, but they're taking all these wrong turns. And you start to realize this person doesn't know where they're going. And it might even turn into the blind leading the blind. But you know the light. You know God. So this is the moment of truth where you stop following that person that isn't following God. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, this is definitely a discipleship happening. And it would be like if Jesus was following John the Baptist. Guys, I just cut off, but I saw it cut off, so I feel like I know exactly the part that I stopped at. Basically, that Jesus and John the Baptist are cousins. So it's like, at some point you just assumed that they were doing their thing together, because John the Baptist was also a prophet, but he paved the way for Jesus, and Jesus went off and did his own mission. John didn't die on the cross. I mean, he died in his own way. He was beheaded, but everybody in the story dies. But what I'm saying is, I feel like you have a bigger calling than following someone who might have been a prophet at some point, someone who you were trusting in. Here, Eight of Earth, and King of Earth is coming up twice. So this could be your King of Earth that's being clarified right now. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Like, you sticking to your passion and your calling is bringing you this King of Earth as well. So maybe you guys are going to meet at some point. Like, you're both moving up in a company or the kingdom or whatever's going on. You're still going to see this person making their false accusations, making their false claims, trying to throw you under the bus in some way, trying to get you to play the devil in their story. But you just keep focused on your education, keep focused on the minor details, the little things that matter, that add up, and your justice is coming. I feel like it's you basically meeting this person exactly, you guys are meeting at the same point. Prosperous, generous, successful, but you haven't sold your soul. So you still love what you do, but because this person is just paying the bills, they hate it. And unfortunately, it's like that's pretty much the story of their life. They start something out of a passion, but it quickly turns into, oh, well, let me go where the money is. Oh, all right, I'll do this now because you're paying me for it. And there's no faith whatsoever. Yeah, Five of Earth, lack, worry, assistance. Also, I'm getting like this person was so afraid of Five of Pentacles, being in some sort of a poverty state, being without momentarily. That's when this person sold their soul. That's precisely the moment. Instead of going through the hardships, they sold their soul. This is just some clarity for whoever's needing it, because it kind of seems like you already know what's going to happen. You already know what happens when you sell your soul. And now they're going to come to you with sad stories. The devil is the first card to come out. But also, like, they're still treating you like you're this devil character. It's just now they want to be friends with the devil. As long as you admit that you're beneath them, they're opening up to you. It's like they want to start over. Definitely engage in some type of cordial relationship. But I do remember this coming up in the beginning is a cycle. It starts off with them being your friend, pretending to be your friend, acting like they want to be your friend. And then it's going to go back right into throwing you under the bus. The reason why they're trying to pull you in closer is so they can get some ideas, get some more new energy. Yeah, it's only a matter of time for this person. It's a cycle. Look at this. It's a cycle that's coming to an end. So this could be a false twin flame. It's a cycle. They pretend to be your friend so they can get information, pull you in, suck you in, and then there it goes, the insults, the flames, throwing flames. There is this came out in reverse. A false twin flame, mirroring your feelings. That's what they do. They mirrors, they try to reflect you and make it seem like you two are the same. But you're not the same at all. Who is this person behind closed doors? Completely different. They don't look like who they are, whoever they're presenting themselves to be. And maybe you caught a glimpse of this, like, whoa, that's like, and you can't even really read their emotions because it's just dark. There's no light in this person whatsoever. They pretend. It's a fake flame. They don't like the light, I'm telling you. And this is confirmation. Because I'm only spending a few more days on this energy and then I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it behind because it's dark. At some point, you guys are going to meet back up. That's what I'm getting from this King of Pentacles here. You're going to meet back up, but this person is going to be dark. Throw off. I mean, you still love them, but you got to take a break from this person. If that's something you're resonating with, it's your work. So you already know in your spirit what's happening with this person. But I feel like even if you continue to follow them, step back at some point between this mirror. You know how they say there's two mirrors? When someone's watching you, there's like a space between the mirror. Like, create a space between this mirror, because it's not who they are not who they're presenting themselves to be. There's someone else behind that mask that's watching you and calculating your moves and looking for weaknesses that they can attach themselves to and exploit. And it's creepy. It's very creepy. So you have to cut the strings, cut the cords. If this is a relationship that you're continuing in, my advice would be to release this attachment, because they should be able to stand on their own. Yeah, clinging. You got no strings and clinging. This person is clinging to your energy and is pulling you down. Maybe you're not aware of it. Maybe that's the reason why you clicked on this video, because you're starting to feel that pull. But it's meant for their own success, and is meant to bring you down. They don't care what kind of effect it's having on you. They're holding on. They're obsessing over you. But the issue right here is that the issue with this is the fact that they're trying to pull you under the bus or throw you under the bus in some way. So I'm just going to pull one more card for this energy. And then we're just going to move on. What else do you need to hear? Okay. Joseph. Fathering and responsibility. So this person is basically some type of a prophet. And it seems like they're going to go all the way. Like, they know that they're headed for the cross. They know that they're going to get crucified for this behavior. But they feel like they're doing the right thing. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like, you're almost like a parent to this person. Like, you care about this person. You don't want them to fall astray. Like, you're almost kind of protecting this person, but they're not going to listen to you. They're going to keep doing what they want to do, and it's going to lead to their own demise. Now, whether they rise back up is on them. If this is a real prophet and they are really following Christ, it's not going to look like that to everybody. Everybody's going to have their own opinions about who they are and what they're doing. They may even look like a devil or a devil worshiper at some point. But if they're a real prophet, then they're going to rise. They're going to rise back up. And it's saying that you guys are going to meet at some point. So it may seem like they fall off for a while, but just keep having faith. If this is someone you care about and genuinely love, just keep having faith, and hopefully they're going to meet you at that high place. Okay. But this is coming towards the end of this energy. So if that's something you resonated with, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if this is something you resonate with. You can join my members only. You can book a personal reading, and there are other links in the description that you can click on if that's something you find of interest. Okay. But yeah, I just feel like it's really taking love, understanding, and compassion to deal with this energy, because they are trying to play you out to be the devil and trying to make it seem like you're a nobody, you're a nothing. That's the vibe here. It's like, you don't want to be offended, but it's very offensive what they're doing. I don't feel like anybody wants to sit in that energy as being a victim, but they are definitely trying to victimize you and then turn around and say, okay, you understand, it was just like, I just had to do that for my own, benefit and my own success and prosperity. Like, you understand, right? And I don't think that's how it's going to play out. I feel like you're going to separate yourself, cut the strings and whatever this person is clinging to, and let them do what they're doing on your own, because you're bounded for success. And I'll just leave it there.